Do they supplement at all?
I do give them vitamins, yeah.
Okay. And so a combination of both calcium and vitamin D, they really work best together. You can get plenty of vitamin D during the summer, but in our, being as far north as we are, at this point in the year, we're really not getting strong enough sun to produce much in the way of vitamin D, so it's a good idea to take it.
If there's something like that, would it have the same? Some of them are enriched.
Yeah, some of them are. I don't know that it's.
I'll have to look.
Where else do you suggest getting calcium rather than?
We do a lot of
Straight
yogurt,
dairy.
like the Greek yogurt or some of the yogurts that don't have as much.
Meat products do have some calcium in them.
Broccoli and
Broccoli, salmon. If you can get them to eat sardines, it's one of the best sources. Because
you're lucky to have any fish.
right, you get those little fish with the bones in
I love
them.
sardines.
Yeah, I do too. But it's a fantastic source of calcium.
Okay,
So even if you
that's good to know.
Don't tell them to
It's steak, yeah.
They have
Steak,
features.
yeah.
They want to
Steak,
do
steak,
Yeah,
steak.
I'm sorry, it's not to the point of pulverized cheese. No,
exactly. Game of cream cheese.
So that's always a big question, because, some people aren't big fans of dairy, so they're always like,
See that?
where else can I get my calcium? And there's plenty of other places you can get it. So you don't have to, drink tons and tons of milk to get your calcium.
and we think mostly of calcium as a bone strength issue, and that's the majority of the calcium by far in our body is used for building our bones and strengthening our bones, but it also plays a role in our nerve function. It's basically the way that the signal in our nerves is passed along is calcium. It can't be done without calcium. So, it plays a variety of other roles in the body as well. Has a lot to do with our metabolism, just like B vitamins. A lot of the compounds and functions and sort of the spark plugs of those processes involve calcium as well. So make sure you have plenty of calcium. Antioxidants, kind of a big catchphrase. Everybody's talking about antioxidants. Not a lot of benefit as far as athletic performance during the event, but afterwards, if you have muscle pain, inflammation, joint pain, your body can produce during exercise what we call free radicals. Have you heard that phrase before? Basically, what those are is little molecules that will run around and damage cells within the body. The job of an antioxidant is to go and sort of snatch that damaging molecule up, neutralize it, and basically then becomes harmless. To get plenty of antioxidants, you want to mix up the colors of your fruits and vegetables. The more colorful the fruit and vegetable, the deeper and darker the color, the higher the antioxidant content. So, but again, as far as athletic performance, there's really not a lot of benefit during the event. It doesn't increase your stamina, it doesn't increase your strength.
Chad, can we, because then you have a daughter that dance, right? Because you're back on calcium and bone density. Because I know one of the common injuries in distance athletes and dance particularly is stress fractures, things like that. Does your bone density have anything to do with that? I mean, will calcium, you know what I mean? Will that help prevent that kind of thing?
It will. It's in combination with vitamin D. Basically, the two work together. When we're talking about athletes, there are a couple of things that go into determining bone density. One being calcium consumption. Genetics does play a role, but also bone stress. If we're not placing any demand on our bones, the body has no reason to keep strong and dense bones around. With athletes, though, that's not really a concern. So unless there is some sort of medical or genetic reason for brittle bones, really we're probably looking at the consumption of calcium as the culprit. So yeah, stress fractures are an issue. You have dancers or distance athletes that have had issues with stress fractures. It's probably calcium consumption is the issue. Trying to boost that.
Another question, how about like the orange juice that has the added calcium? Is that just as good?
It is. It is just as good. Generally, unless they've started doing, there's a lot of research coming out in the last year or so around vitamin D and how effective it is in conjunction with calcium. So They may start to supplement that. You may see orange juice with vitamin D and calcium,
Okay.
both. But the vast majority of what I've seen in the past has just been calcium. So it's not that it doesn't work or that it won't work, and you are getting vitamin D from the sun or from other areas of your diet or multivitamin that you might be taking, but yeah, if you can get the two of them together, make sure that you're getting both of them, both vitamin D and calcium.
Okay.
Does that answer your question? What else? Okay, weight modification, weight loss and weight gain. You know, when we're looking at, depending upon what sport we're looking at, and oftentimes which gender we're looking at, determines whether we're trying to go up or down with weight. For the most part, with adolescents, we really try not to stress weight loss too often. I mean, unless it becomes, if it's an issue where weight is grossly over where it should be, you know, we're talking about obesity or morbid obesity. That's really about the only time that we'd be looking at weight loss. Generally for athletes or kids who are active, it's more a matter of growing into your weight and changing the composition of that weight. We don't want to restrict calories so much that we're actually reducing body weight for the most part. So when it comes to weight loss and weight gain, think of the body like a bank account. Basically calories in versus calories out. The amount of calories that go in, if that's higher than the amount of calories that go out, we end up putting on weight, and vice versa. There are ways to influence how many calories go out. Lean body mass is probably the #1 predictor. Activity really doesn't have as much to do as we think. The amount of sleep that we're getting is a big factor in metabolism, and also proper nutrition with things like B vitamins and calcium that are going to affect your metabolism. Questions on weight loss? I don't know.
Yeah,
Any
friends
that
that
are
are trying to get the game.
yeah.
That's usually, I mean, most common is they're trying to get their kids to game. Actually, the people that have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You hear so much about childhood obesity.
Well, yeah, like I said, when we have kids that are active, it's usually more of the game that's the issue, but
Better
just in case. So like we said, it's calories in versus calories out. If you have more calories coming in than you're spending, you're going to gain weight of some sort. Well, what kind of weight and how do we influence what kind of weight? Your endocrine system is very, very important. Basically, your hormones and the signaling system within your body is the endocrine system. That's very, very important in determining what kind of weight you put on. If we don't have insulin, we don't have testosterone, we don't have those sorts of hormones that are triggered by higher intensity activities, weight training, sporting events, basically exertion, the actual weight that our body's putting on is going to be fat. Our body has no reason to build muscle, and fat's a much more efficient storage medium than muscle or bone or any other type of tissue. It's very compact and stores a lot of extra calories in a small space. So you need to give your body that incentive by, again, high intensity activities. Weight training with younger kids. John does a lot of work with younger kids, but basically it's something you want to be careful with. You don't want to take or encourage 11, 12, 13-year-old kids to get underneath the squat bar and risk hurting themselves. Yeah, you don't want
There's the age appropriate,
I mean, for the
exercise and amount of weights that they can handle, but when a kid's doing an exercise, you can tell pretty quickly whether or not it's enough weight or too much weight, just based on their mechanics.
Yeah, and for the most part, I don't know what your theory is on it, but a lot of your strength training is body weight.
Yeah,
So
body weight.
push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, lunges, body weight squats, and